Hello there and welcome back to another one of my videos. This chain within 3,000 kilometers is stretched beyond belief. Hang on, this calls for a video. So follow me. Okay, this is just to demonstrate how lambretta gears select. You've got a gear selector that slides along and it's located by two ball bearings and a spring. So it locates into position to select each gear. But the bad thing is, it relies on the gears rotating to be able to line up with the gear slot so they can pass into and select the gear. So if you've not got the gears rotating, and you haven't, you've revved the engine, you can make the gears rotate a little extra, and that just aids selection, gear selection. If you've got the bike on tick over, static, it really sometimes have real big problems starting to locate a gear. So you need to rev it a little, that'll get some momentum in the gearbox, because gearboxes have got friction. So even though you haven't got a gear selected, the gears will rotate anyway, even with the clutch in. What's really detrimental to your engine is when you're not riding the bike smoothly, scooter smoothly. The worst things you can possibly do is not use the clutch when you're changing gear, especially when you're coming down through the gears. You have to use the clutch, even if it's only partly using the clutch, gives your chain an easier life. Now the worst possible thing is to drop down through the gears with aggressive driving and loose the clutch out too early, therefore stretching the chain really badly. That's what the worst thing to stretch chains is, coming down through the gears too early and not allowing the engine to come down to the right RPM and blipping the throttle and allowing that RPM to even out so there's no snatch on the chain. Engine braking stretches chains. So for those of you who are transitioning from an automatic scooter to a geared bike, this is a video for you. Okay, this is our procedure for the cold start of your lambretta. No throttle whatsoever. Never open your throttle when it's cold. When the engine's cold, zero throttle. Some people have got an elastic band connected between their wrist and their knee, and they simply go like this. That's why there's so many problems starting their bike, is because they're letting too much air into the system and the bike won't start. Cold starts needs to have as much fuel as possible and no air. So keep that throttle closed so you got maximum fuel. So once it fires up, give it a little revs and allow it to pick up. So it's choke on, start with no throttle, and then give it a little rev. Warm it up. Turn your choke off. And that's it. So for a hot bike, when it's already warm the engine, you should be giving the bike about a quarter throttle, kick start, and it should pick up immediately. If you've got problems with engine flooding, full throttle, straight on, petrol turned off, choke off, give it full throttle or just off full throttle and try and clear that fuel. If that doesn't work and you've got an air filter fitted, take that off and start again. So this bike's been running, it's already hot, so the procedure is to start this, petrol on, choke off, throttle about quarter and kick, and it should start. It's got a bellows on it, so there's always chance of it flooding, but let's see. Sweet. Rider on the track that he does aggressive gear changes and he's snatching on the throttle hard, doesn't drive as fast as somebody that's smooth. Smooth riders lap much quicker. As you can see, as I'm riding, I'm using my forefinger there to grip the throttle and my position of my hand is over the brake. So that means I can have throttle control as well as having braking at the same time when I need it. Really good on the circuit. As you're coming into corners, you need to be able to have throttle control as well as braking at the same time.
just use the brakes, rather than leaving it in gear all the way till you stop and then trying to get it into neutral. It just makes your clutch last a lot longer. Because if you're on neutral and you're getting a hot clutch during the day, then you might find it difficult to change gear, you see. Gears always run better when it's moving. When the bike's rolling, the gears are moving, it selects easier. So always try to go into neutral before you stop. Beautiful day, Rock of Gibraltar in the distance, and out on a sweet little lambretta.